Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my sim subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and appreciated. So today, I want us to take a look at these differences. Yeah, the differences between the melanated people and the non-melanated people. Some of us will think it's just the color of the skin that's the difference. Or maybe the way we look at physique, the color of our skin, the fact that the melanin we have is obvious than them. We think that's the only difference. But we that like we are very distinct people. I don't know if that phrase is right. When I tell you that you should be careful when it comes to mixture of gene, like polluting your lineage, polluting your gene, because they sell it to you now. Interracial marriages, they sell that now very well. There are a lot of white men who are in Lagos, Nigeria, white men in their 60s, 70s, 80s who are married to our girls. A lot of them. Sometimes you wonder. And that's why you see, I keep saying this, we keep opening our borders to people, different people, and to ourselves, we restrict borders. A lot of them. And there's a lot of melanated young men who are married to, who are in Europe and America, married to women in their 60s, 70s, 80s. Like a young man of 30, 35, married to a 60, 70, 80 man, woman, European. I am not saying that they shouldn't do that. Yes, they say love is love. That is good. When it comes to marriage itself, age gap and what have you, it's not my thing. Like, you can do as far as that person gives you the peace of mind and that person balances you, because in life we should all aspire for balance. If that person balances you, that's beautiful. Okay? But where I have issue, and I keep saying is, if these are melanated men in their 30s are marrying our melanated women in their 60s and 80s like they are doing to Europeans, there wouldn't have been a problem. At least you know that it's within the race. Okay? Okay? You know that it's within the race. If these are girls of 25, 30, or in their late 20s are marrying a men of 60, 70, 80s, you know, there's no problem. It's us, it's within. But they have to cross border. And they tell you it's love. Okay, it's love. But I want to put this to you. Let's listen keenly to this. And we will take it up from there, Majesties.
So let us look at the difference between black people and white people. We just normally think it's the skin. We do have more melanin in our skin than any other race. However, this melanin is in your bones. It causes you to have more minerals in your bones than any other race. It causes you to have faster reaction time in your muscle, fast twitch reaction than any other race. It causes you to absorb more flavor in the food than any other race. It causes you to absorb more sound in your ear than any other race. It causes you to absorb more color when you see color than any other race. It causes you to be more psychic, more spiritual, more human. And this is what white people say about us. But then again, we've been miseducated. So we don't know these things. And that's on purpose. It can be in economics, it can be in chemistry, it can be in biology, it can be in history. Whatever education you've received from them is a miseducation. And the worst one has been in biology and chemistry. Totally miseducated us. Because they don't want you to know about this melanin. A lot of us have been to their schools and never even heard this. Some people think melanin has something to do with a new type of watermelon. They don't know what it is. Because they've been miseducated. Although the white folks have a melanin convention every 3 years. The Italians go, the Germans go, the U.S. go, the French go, but they have never invited anyone black in history. Some of us need more than a wake-up call. Some of us need more than a wake-up call. Some of us always think that something always happens to the other guy. You know, the other guy gets in a car accident. The other guy gets diabetes. The other guy gets fired. Well, today, you're the other guy. All indications are you're the other guy. Diabetes, high blood pressure, hyperactivity, infertility, fibroid tumors, prostate disease. You are the other guy that you think everything happens to. Your body was made by a lawyer, by a scientist. You call this scientist and lawyer God. Yeah, God is a scientist. Put together this thing you call a galaxy, you got to know some science. Look at this. Even the wax in your ear is different from other races. We have more moisture in our ears than any other race. Chinese wax is drier. So I'm saying our hair is different, our ear wax is different, how we see is different, how we hear is different, we taste food differently, we taste the full flavor of food. No other race does that on this planet. Isn't that something? So they don't want you to know these things. But we're going to know this stuff. We're talking about normal values are set on white people. We can say Caucasians, we can say Europeans, but I'm just talking about basic biology now. Now we're talking about the races of humans as classified by white folk. What we're saying is that they rate us the highest on the human scale. They rate us 6. And they rate themselves the lowest on the human scale. This is what white folk do for themselves. This is their scale, not mine, not African-centered. This is them. So what we're saying is black folk have the highest amount of vitamins and minerals in their body of any race. So when you send your blood to the lab, that's a chemical test. So since the labs fix the normal value on white folks, when your vitamin and mineral content, which is 6, falls all the way down to 1, they're going to say there's nothing wrong with you. And you're already twice as sick. Isn't that something? Medical racism. You thought it was just in school or housing. No. When you control science, you control everything. The scientists run this planet. Soldiers don't invent bullets, scientists do. So they don't want you to know these things. But we're going to know this stuff.
You know, there was a video clip about Dr. Kihura Nkuba where he was talking about the differences between our body and the other people. He went a little deeper. I think I did a video about that some months ago, but YouTube prohibited me uploading it. Maybe because of how far he went raw. Okay, I just hope this one goes out. If you're watching it, it's because YouTube allows it to come out. Okay, so these are the things we have to consider when we want to intermarry, interracial. When we want to go into those things, these are the things we have to consider. Okay, because of course you would want to have an offspring from the relationship, it's marriage. And do you want to have this in your head, knowing fully well that the child you're going to make out of this love relationship you have is going to be a child who is not going to be 100%. Do you want to live with that fact? For those who are into it and they're living life beautiful and everything is going on well, I'm not saying you did anything wrong. No, I am not saying that. I'm not in any way putting down any race. This is a disclaimer, rather. I'm not in any way putting down any race. But I am just trying to open these things out to my people so that we know ourselves and know what we are doing. It's for educational purposes only, Your Majesties. We taste differently. Our taste bud is different. We enjoy or we feel the whole flavor of everything we put in our mouth because it sends signals to everything around us. So when they say melanin, it's not just the color of your skin. When they say melanated kings and queens, your majesties, it's not just the skin color. There's a lot of things. We smell, we perceive things differently. The way we see is different. Okay? The way we see is different. The way we hear is different. The way we perceive sound, the way we hear sound is different. It's different. Kings and queens. And our spiritual life is different. You see, when I tell you that Africa is a celestial zone, and I keep telling you that when you want to be more spiritual, the source, the connection to that spirit, to the source, it's more in Africa. I'm not just saying it though. I think I've been saying it time done. I say I'm not just saying it. There's a reason why I'm saying this, and it's for a fact. This is the origin, the home of the melanated people. And everything that contributes to our growth as a melanated people and keep our essence original is in the motherland. We are, when it comes to spirituality, and that's why I keep asking you these things. Why do you believe the white man so much with their blue-eyed Messiah? When they don't even have a connection to the source like you are more closer to divinity. You feel the force more. But you decide to throw away your identity and welcome that of somebody who don't even understand, who don't even know. And they want to make us feel like that's fine, that's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. These people know these things. They know who you are. It is you that don't know who you are. You're not even supposed to be eating same food because your systems is not the same. Your biological makeup and everything about you is not the same. So why should you be eating the same food? The teeth in our mouth is not same with the unmelanated people. Those who don't have melanin, check their teeth, the shape and everything is not the same like your own. So why should you be eating the same food like that they are eating? The way we perceive is not same. The way we taste is not same. The way we love is not same. Okay? Have you ever seen any black settlement that have gone to go and colonize any angle? Has African people colonized any place in the world? But European and Americans keep moving around colonizing people. Why? Because the way we love is not same. We don't love or expect something. We are not selfish to other races. It is other races that are selfish to the black race. And then they turn us to mumu. So we hate our own and then keep loving other people. Why can't we divert that love we give other people to start loving our own? Why can't we start it? They say charity begins at home. What is stopping us from loving our brothers and sisters, but we want to go and love other people? It is time, oh. You know, I've been hammering on this love one another issue. We have to love each other. Oh. We have to learn to love ourselves. Oh. There's no way out. Oh. We can talk and talk and talk, but when there's no love, it's because there's no love in our midst that we keep betraying ourselves and our communities keep being like this. Oh. When there is love and respect, these things will not happen. And because they told you not to love yourself, they tell you self-love is wickedness. How can self-love be evil? Our ancestors loved themselves. If you don't, how can you give what you don't have? You are wicked to yourself. They say don't be loving yourself. If you love yourself, is you are being stingy. Go and be loving other people. These things you see in those Bibles and they're putting there, those things they're putting, because some of you don't like it when they say the Bible was edited against the black people. Most of you don't like it. They say love others, love others. Self-love is bad. Don't be loving yourself too much. Be loving other people. How can you give what you don't have? Loving other people, it has dealt with us psychologically. that we don't even love our own communities anymore, but we love other communities that are not like us because they tell you to love other people and hate yourself. It's high time we throw away that teachings and love ourselves. Love yourself, pamper yourself as individual. You start it. When you love yourself, you will not inflict hate on yourself. That is how you begin to look at another person. If you do this, it pain you. What of other person? How will that person feel? But when we don't even take care of ourselves, we don't care about ourselves. They tell you if you do it too much, it's bad. Though. Don't be loving yourself. Love yourself to 100%. When you learn to love yourself and pamper yourself, to do it to another person will not be hard. It's because we don't even love ourselves individually that we hate our brothers and sisters that look like us. They make you hate yourself. They tell you don't be loving yourself. So you look at yourself, you look at your skin, you already hate yourself. And that's why to love your brother is hard. But they bring a blue eye and white blue eye boy and tell you this is your savior. You hate your own brothers and sisters that look like you, hate your community, hate everything about yourself, and you go and be loving another people that. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, Majesties. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive always. Bye for now.